Hey guys, thank you for coming to my video. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe because I'm making stuff like this all the time. Today we're going to be talking about a nuclear war that may or may not have happened over several centuries ago. So it's pretty interesting stuff, guys. So let's get going. When the bomb was detonated over the desert sands of New Mexico on July 16, 1945, the fireball marked the arrival of the nuclear era. Something very interesting happened. Hunks of mineral were formed when the sand got sucked up into the fireball. The sand liquefied in the heat. Then as it fell back onto the hot sand and on the ground, it formed glassy green chunks. The mineral has been called trinitite, named after the first nuclear bomb, a plutonium bomb codenamed Trinity. So where else has this glass been discovered? When excavations began in an ancient site known as Babylonia Euphrates Valley, which is current-day Iraq, archaeologists discovered a layer of cultivations where crops had been grown that was 8,000 years old, a layer of herdsmen that is much older, and under that was remnants of caveman, and under the caveman there was a layer of fused green glass. This glass has also been found in areas of the eastern Sahara, in the deserts of eastern Libya and western Egypt. Fragments of desert glass can be found over areas of tens of square kilometers. They call it the Libyan desert glass. Those facts are quite compelling. Also, the glass can be referenced in the Bible, Revelations 4:6. And before the throne there was as it were a sea of glass, like crystal, and around the throne on each side of the throne are 4 living creatures, full of eyes in front and behind. Revelations 15:2. And I saw what appeared to be a sea of glass mingled with fire, and also those who had conquered the beast and its image and the numbers of its name, standing beside the sea of glass with harps of God in their hand. So that may or may not be the same glass. You can decide. I have one more interesting piece of information. The Ramayana and the Mahabharata, ancient Hindu epics that are said to originate more than 24,000 years ago. And here's a direct verse. Guka, flying a swift and powerful Vimana, hurled a single projectile charged with the power of the universe. An incandescent column of smoke and flame, as bright as 10,000 suns, rose with all its splendor. It was an unknown weapon, an iron thunderbolt, a gigantic messenger of death, which reduced to ash the entire race of the Varnashnish and the Andahakras. The corpses were so burned as to be unrecognizable. Hair and nails fell out, pottery broke without apparent cause, and the birds turned white. After a few hours, all foodstuffs were infected. To escape from this fire, the soldiers threw themselves in streams to wash themselves and their equipment. Here's another verse. Dense arrows of flame, like a great shower, issued forth upon creation, encompassing the enemy. A thick gloom swiftly settled upon the Pandava hosts. All points of the compass were lost in darkness. Fierce wind began to blow upward, showering dust and gravel. Birds croaked madly. The very elements seemed disturbed. The earth shook, scorched by the terrible violent heat of this weapon. Elephants burst into flames and ran to and fro in a frenzy. Over a vast area, other animals crumpled to the ground and died. From all points of the compass, the arrows of the flame rained continuously and fiercely. Humanity on earth had never seen nor heard of anything known to cause great destruction on this magnitude until the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yet the Mahabharata accurately describes the effects of atomic explosion and radioactive poisoning, which makes hairs and nails fall out. So guys, could this be mere myth or a fact of history that mankind has long forgotten? I'll let you decide. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Alright, thanks guys.